Hey guys, how are you doing today? This is Javier with Javier Hurtado Realty. I wanted to come to you guys this week with, I guess I'm in my festive suit. Halloween's around the corner, and I'm going to a Halloween baby shower, which is very exciting. So today we're going to talk about upsizing and the pros and cons of upsizing. But first, let me go over the market stats currently, the interest rates of today for mortgages. And I'm searching this as we go. So I'm on this current website for very good mortgage rates. But essentially, the mortgage rates have taken a little bit of an increase. So right now, the mortgage rates at a 30-year fixed is 8.5. I know it's scary. My lenders have quoted me 7.88, and FHAs are a little bit better. Um, but the good news is there's some assistance programs that help alleviate this current thing. You know what, guys? I'm gonna take off this hat because it is very hot up in there. Very hot. I know. It's too hot for that kind of stuff right now. Now, what are some of the pros of upsizing? Well, guys, you're gonna have more space. It's gonna more additional living space. You can get more bedrooms. You're gonna have a big backyard, which is another point. Big backyard. You can have your pool if you wanted to have the pool. You could have acreages if you wanted to have acres. More outdoor spaces allows for bigger family activities, more family activities. That's a lot of how my current buyers who got their homes. They live in their homes for a couple years, then they go into upsize to either increase their family is growing, or they just want to have space. Now, the other point I want to point, I want to go towards is increased storage. You're going to have more storage space. That's lo and behold, you're going to have storage space. You're going to have, in the basement. You're going to have in the attic, and sometimes, for most of the times, a lot of my sellers decide to opt in for the storage. They buy a big shed. They put it in the backyard. They store a lot of stuff there. And I think one of the big points we kind of touched upon, which is more space, is uh, a larger space for guests. So if you have a tight spot, if you have a condo, you want to have a birthday, a get together, a celebration. In a condo or a small home, it's very tough to accommodate all of these people. But with a larger home, you can have more space to accommodate your guests. You're going to have all of these things in conjunction with all the other things I talked about to make it a more of a breathable space, a more comfortable and a more, I wouldn't say cozy, because usually I use cozy. I associate cozy with a nice small cozy, like I said, cozy again, area, but it's going to be a larger, more spacious area. Sometimes you can get tall ceilings, vaulted ceilings, and make the space even feel bigger. But with the pros, there's also cons. You're going to have higher costs. I mean, there's no way around it. Excuse me. Mortgage payments, property taxes, maintenance expenses, that can all put a strain on your budget if you do not correctly allocate the funds and know proactively what you're getting into. So it's very important for you to talk to your lender and sometimes your realtor to let you know these certain kinds of things. Now, another con is you're gonna have more maintenance. A bigger home, it requires more maintenance. It's gonna have more heating. You're gonna have to take more care of the heating systems, the AC systems, and just all of these different things. You're gonna have to keep up with more things in a um, larger machinery of things. Like for a small, let's say 1,200 square foot home or 1,400 square foot home or condo, that's going to be a completely different system for a 3,500 square foot home. Completely different system because it's going to have and multiple systems actually in that case, because if it's 3,500 square feet, you're probably going to have one system for first floor, one system for the second floor, et cetera, et cetera. And that's just talking about heating and AC. All right. And to talk a little bit more about heating and AC, obviously the energy costs are going to be bigger to cool and heat that big space. You're going to have a bigger space. You're going to have to heat more. You're going to use more expenses on that aspect. And another important thing to talk about is the long-term factors of, you know, I guess this would actually wrap around the maintenance, taking care of the roof. which you would have to taken care of, which whatever property you're going to have. But let's say a 1,200 square foot home versus a 3,500 square foot home, the price you're going to have to invest to, let's say repair or even replace that roof, completely different price points. You're talking about, let's say 10 to 12, maybe $13,000 versus a $30,000 to $40,000 job minimum on these big homes. So these are things that you guys should really take into account. It's very important for you guys to know these things. And essentially, if you have, if you act proactively, put all these things and see if your budget can allocate for this kinds of things. And if you have a stable job and all that stuff, it it would be a good idea to upsize if you can accommodate that new lifestyle change, because it is a lifestyle change. All right, guys, I wanted to make this video short this week because, like I said, I'm going to a baby shower, things like that, a Halloween baby shower. I'm sweating so much in this thing, but uh, I guess if you guys have any questions, if you guys want me to touch upon any topics in the future, please let me know in the comments below, or even you can send me a direct message. And, maybe you're thinking about upsizing or downsizing, whatever it may be. You can just always reach out and I can give you the best advice possible moving forward. All right, guys, this is Javier Hurtado Realty with this week's market update. Well, interest rate update plus upsizing. If you guys have any questions, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.